HCAM News is supported by our viewers and by Hopkinton Drug, located in this historic New England town since 1954. They are a multifaceted store dedicated to providing clients with an array of healthcare options.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's edition of HCAM News. I'm HCAM News Director Tom Nappy, here to fill you in with the latest happenings in Hopkinton. On today's edition of HCAM News, we take a look at the Hopkinton Middle School Spring Concerts. We talk with Hopkinton High School Athletic Director Rich Cormier and much more. But first, the Hopkinton Freedom team hosted their annual second Pride Parade. Hopkinton Middle School hosted their annual 7th grade concert. Here's a look. We are going to take a quick time out. A whole lot more ahead. Stay tuned. HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Phipps Insurance Agency, representing companies such as MapFree Insurance. Their family-owned independent agency is deeply rooted in the communities they serve and offer time-tested insurance products to fit individual needs. Since 1950, Phipps Insurance specializes in home, auto, business, condo, and renters insurance. Welcome back to HCAM News. Hopkinton Middle School also hosted their annual 6th grade spring concert. Here's a look. Hopkinton High School Athletic Director Rich Cormier joined us to talk about this past spring sports season as well as his future plans. Here's a look. And we'll certainly talk a bit about the spring season in just a moment, but we are a little bit sad because this is your final season as the Hopkinton High School Athletic Director. You're moving on, and I certainly want to say you'll certainly be missed, but what's next for you?
Yeah, so it's very bittersweet. As I said, my message to the coaching staff and the students, I've really enjoyed my time in Hopkinton. The people, the families, the coaches, the honestly, the community, all my colleagues, everything's great. This is not a Hopkinton thing. It's a job thing. As most people know, I have twins who are going into fourth grade. And these last few years have just proven really challenging to do the job the way I want to do the job, while also being the father and husband that I want to be. And, having twins, I kind of have a small window, right? They're going through everything at the same time. So I basically have like a 9-year window, and I really just don't want to miss my kids growing up, and I don't want to miss their events. And so as much as I love being at these events, I truly do. It's the best part of the job is, watching our teams compete and, having small talk with parents and kids in the stands. I'm often missing my own kids' stuff while I'm doing that. And that's just stuff I just can't keep doing anymore. And so as hard as this is all I've ever known. I graduated from college and started coaching, teaching, and then eventually became an athletic director 6 years ago. So it's literally schools of all I've known. I'm 40 years old, and it's either as a student or an employee, it's been my life. And so it's certainly a challenge, but I'm looking forward to my next opportunity, and I'm really happy about it. It's a little bit, I guess, off the beaten path that some people might expect. I'm actually going to work for a company called Boundless, which is a solar company. And so I'm looking forward to helping people in a different way, kind of walking them through the solar process and trying to help them save money while we help the environment at the same time. So, again, for me, it'll be great because I'll still be working with people. I'll still be trying to help people just in a different way. But I'll have more flexibility to also, be around my family a little bit more.
Well, I don't know too many people, if anyone, that puts the effort into the job that you have. So I'm sure your venture at the next company you're going to work for will be great as well. It's certainly been a pleasure working with you.
No, I appreciate that, Tom. And it's been great working with you and Mike and John and all the guys at HCAM. Obviously we were hit with something no one knew what to do with these last few years, and having the support and the efforts that you guys put in to bring these contests at all levels, not just varsity, at all these different levels, bringing it home to parents and family members was very unique. And I think I hope the people of Hopkinton realize how fortunate they are to have all of you guys and your dedication. And I know you guys love it, but it's still a lot of work, and it's a lot of hours to bring these games and bring them home to people. So, and then even once people could return, you guys were still out there doing them. So it's been awesome. And you guys just do a fantastic job. So I was always fortunate to have you guys there at the games, filming these things and, bringing the content home to people who couldn't make it.
Absolutely. Well, we love to serve the community. We love covering sports. So it works out for us. Obviously, we hope we never go through anything like we did with the pandemic ever again.
Yeah.
But we were happy to get as many sports as we could back to the people, especially in those awful days where you couldn't really attend the games.
Mm-hmm.
But you've been through quite a bit as Hopkinton High School Athletic Director, I must say. Starting with the mosquito virus, which was a West Nile.
Oh, Triple E, yeah.
Or Triple E. And then right into the pandemic for you. So the fact you survived this long is very impressive.
It is interesting. In some ways, I feel like I just got here, and in other ways, I feel like I've been here for 20 years. So it's interesting, but we got through it.
It was 4 years going on 25, right? So I got to ask you, what are some of your favorite memories as Hopkinton High School athletic director. Obviously, you have gotten to witness a lot of tremendous athletic accomplishments from the Hopkinton athletes, but what are some of your favorite memories?
Oh, it's a tough question. I was not prepped for this. There's so many, honestly. I mean, my favorite memories truly are just chatting with the students at games. Sometimes they need to be reminded about appropriate behavior, but generally I just really enjoy chatting with the students at the games and family members. But a couple of things, I think stand out that I've been truly fortunate to be a part of was, getting to witness sort of the end of careers, like Coach Bliss, true legend, and seeing him go out on his own terms, and certainly what Coach Grabmeyer did this year, an undefeated season going out. And then she was able, it was a really nice afternoon a couple of weeks ago at Faneuil Hall when she was recognized by the MIAA for her distinguished service, and, being there with her and having her receive that award was really special. And certainly the state championship is awesome too. But, I think for me, one of the things that stands out the most was that first day that we returned to sports in the fall of 2020, and walking around and seeing our teams in action, even though they were wearing masks and spaced out by 6 feet with their bags and water bottles and, all the things that we had to do. But just being back outside and seeing how happy the students and the coaches were to be back together as a team. I think that's something that really stands out. And then in a similar vein, later that year, when I was able to walk outside for the first time and not have to tell people to wear a mask, and we could all be outside that spring and just enjoy being at a sporting event and for what it was meant to be. So I think those are two things that, just given the circumstances, really sort of stand out. And once we were able to bring our fans back full force, which I don't think you truly saw till this year. I mean, our football games were packed, our volleyball matches were packed. You saw it this spring at our baseball games and lacrosse games, like just seeing that kind of enthusiasm come back, because that's what high school sports really should be. Right before we shut down schools, our boys basketball team was playing in front of packed houses as they were making their run to the sectional finals, which was also just another great memory, seeing what Coach Keene did, battling through cancer and coming back and leading that team to the central finals. Like, I mean, I could go on and on. There's just so many experiences and memories that I'll take with me. I could go on and list different ones, but those are probably the ones that just stand out to me in terms of being able to witness some things that maybe we didn't know we were going to be able to experience again, right? There was a period there where we just didn't know it was going to happen. And so to get those kids back on the field, even with the weird rules we had to abide by, it was just great. And then developing relationships with the coaching staff and the students has been, I've really developed some just great relationships with the kids here, the families, and the coaching staff, and certainly hope to stay in touch with as many people as I possibly can, and hope that our paths cross again, because it really is a great community to work for, a great school system to work for, and I know things will continue on in the success and the way our teams represent our community. I know will continue to be as top notch as it can be.
Absolutely. Well, I kind of threw you in the fire with that question, but you handled it real well. And hey, we do have some open broadcasting spots if you're ever interested. So
I'm in. Love to do a game. That would be great.
Absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about this spring season. You recently gave out some awards. You named the Hiller Athletes of the Year, Kate Powers and Andrew Gunn, just two tremendous athletes. Kate Powers has broken maybe more records than anybody on earth. It's pretty unbelievable. Can you talk a little bit about Kate Powers and Andrew Gunn?
Absolutely. I've had the opportunity to watch both of them, deal with the adversity of COVID, losing seasons, coming back, having modified seasons. And so as great of athletes as they are, and they are. They're both going on collegiately. Andrew's playing baseball at RPI, and Kate's going to be doing track and field at the University of Kentucky. They're just really, really, really great people. They were great leaders within their teams. They were great leaders and ambassadors for our school and our community. I got the chance to get to know both of them pretty well over these past couple of years. And you're just not going to find better people. And yes, they were talented, no doubt about it. Kate might be one of the most impressive athletes I've seen in 18 years of my 18 years in working in high school. But what I think separates both Andrew and Kate is their work ethic. They just get after it. They don't get into the talking. They don't get into that sort of stuff. They just go out there, they take care of their business, and they just work at such a high level to achieve what they want to achieve. And it's been really, really special to watch them.
Rich will certainly be missed. He did a tremendous job as the Hopkinton athletic director, and we certainly wish him the best of luck going forward. You can view the full conversation on our website, hcam.tv. It's now time to tell you about some happenings in town you should know about. On Monday, July 11th, tee off at the Hopkinton Country Club on 204 Saddle Hill Road to support Project Just Because. It is the Project Just Because Golf Tournament 2022. Invite family, invite friends, 18 holes of golf, as well as a dinner will be served. There'll also be a silent auction. For more information and to register, you can head over to projectjustbecause.org/golf. Our picture of the week. Congratulations to Sean Golumbewski on placing 6th overall in the championship group at the Nike Outdoor Nationals at Hayward Field in Eugene, Oregon in the 110-meter hurdles. Sean Golumbewski representing the Hillers well in Eugene, Oregon. Upcoming town government meetings include on Monday, June 27th at 7 p.m. We'll have the Zoning Advisory Committee. And then on Tuesday, June 28th at 7 p.m., we'll have the Conservation Commission. For more information on upcoming town government meetings, you can head over to hcam.tv/gov as well as hopkintonma.gov. Believe it or not, we are out of time for this edition of HCAM News. Don't worry, next Thursday at 6:30 p.m., we'll be back. For everyone at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. As always, we thank you for watching. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Haven't said a word, but it doesn't matter.